up, what up? I am the math teacher, Goat, and today in 4th grade Mathland, we're going to talk about word problems. We're going to start out friendly. The next video, we're going to do some crazy word problems. Today, this is going to be normal word problems, friendly normal word problems, friendly, normal, kind word problems. But they're word problems, and no one likes them. Get some pencils, get some scrap papers, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I'm going to do a bunch of problems. I'm going to have you pause the video and you try them on your own, and we will go from there. So, the steps into solving a word problem is this. First thing you want to do is you want to read the problem. You want to see what the problem is asking. Are they asking you to add up how many calories you eat in a day? Or do you want to figure out how much money you owe someone? Or whatever. You're just figuring out what the problem is. You're visualizing that in your head. Then you're looking for numbers and operations. Okay, look for the specific numbers that they're talking about. Are they talking about 5 cookies? Are they talking about 8 people? Are they talking about 5 cookies and 8 people? What does that mean? Look for specific things. Then you're going to choose the right operation depending on the situation that you have. So if we're like Johnny has 5 cookies and Sally has 5 cookies, how many cookies did they have in total? That's when you would add. Or Billy has 8 bags, and in each bag is 15 cookies. Then you're going to multiply. Or Sally has 20 cookies and 10 friends, and she wants to give everybody the same amount of cookies. That's division. Or Sally has 10 cookies and someone steals 5 cookies from her. That's subtraction. So you're basically looking for the correct operation depending on the words that you're given. You write out what you have, this is step 4, and you step by step solve everything that you need to solve for. So if you're adding, if you're subtracting, if there's by any chance parentheses there, you do that first. And then when you're done, you check your work to make sure that your answer seems correct. So, let's get into it. Lily, which happens to be my youngest daughter's name, has 12 apples. She gives 4 apples to her friend. How many apples does Lily have left? So let's read the problem. Lily has 12 apples. She gives 4 apples to her friend. So the key numbers are 12 and 4. By giving 4 apples to her friend, she loses 4 apples. That's subtraction. So she starts out with 12. And then she gives away, she loses 4 apples. Okay, now this is a very simple problem. 12 minus 4 is 8, but we're not going to just say 8 and circle it. How many apples does Lily have left? Well, she has 8 apples. In a word problem, make sure you use words to answer your problem. So how many apples does she have left? She has 8 apples left. And checking what we did, if she had 12 and gives away 4, 8 apples seems to make sense. So that is going to be our answer. Lily has 8 apples left. Okay? All right, hat's coming off. Squeaky chair. Ugh. I hate this chair. And probably the lights are going to turn off very soon. This is going to be a very fun video. We'll see. I have those automatic lights that sometimes, if you've watched all my videos, you've seen spooky math time, that might happen. We'll see. Jake has 7 toy cars. His friend gives him 3 more. How many toy cars does Jake have? So we read the problem, and Jake already has an amount, but he's getting 3 more. So our key numbers are 7 and 3 more. Our key word is more, which means if he has 7 and someone gives him 3 more, that's just regular old addition. 7 plus 3. Now we actually solve this step by step. 7 plus 3 equals 10, so nothing to worry about there. And what we need to do is make sure we answer with words. How many toy cars does Jake have now? He has 10 toy cars. Okay, so let's check our work. Jake has 7 toy cars. His friend gives him 3 more. Now 7 and 3 make 10 toy cars. That math checks out. Everything makes sense. 10 toy cars is going to be our answer. Bada bing. A bag of popcorn weighs 50 grams. If you buy 3 bags, how much do they weigh in total? So we read the problem. We want to have 3 bags, and each bag is 50 grams. So this is not addition. Yes, you are increasing, but we have groups here. And whenever you take 3 of the same thing, whenever you group things, that is multiplication. So you have 3 times 50. Now, if you're like, whoa, 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 you put that out of order. The order doesn't really matter when you multiply. I just want to word this as I have 3 groups of 50 grams. 3 times 50. Okay, 3 times 50 is 150. So when it asks us how much do they weigh in total, well, if each bag weighs 50 grams, then 3 times 50 is going to be 150 grams. And if the numbers are too big and you need to go off to the side and be like, oh, I don't know what this is, and do 50 times 3, there's nothing wrong with that. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. So yes, 150, we did it right. Nothing carries over, nothing to lose sleep about. If you need to go off to the side and do regular old-fashioned math, that's perfectly fine. But we read the problem, we identified the numbers and the operations. We chose the correct operation by multiplying. We solved it, and then we checked our work by saying, yeah, 3 times 50 is 150, 50 and 50 and 50 is 150. That seems to make sense to me. Word problems. Word problems. Anna has 24 cupcakes. She wants to put them into boxes. If each box holds 6 cupcakes, how many boxes does she need? So what she has is she has 24 cupcakes, and she's going to put 6 in each box. So what she's doing is she's separating them. She's making the numbers smaller by separating them. This is division. Okay, so 24 cupcakes divided by 6. Whenever you divide, always put the bigger number first when it comes to real life examples like this. So how many boxes does she need? Well, 24 divided by 6 is 4. That number's friendly enough. I don't need to go off to the side and do anything. How many boxes does she need? She needs 4 boxes. Which makes sense. If I were to write out 24 cupcakes, right, and start like separating them and say, you go to that box, 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 and start taking turns, we will end up with 6 per box. And this is just us checking our work. Okay? That's just us checking our work. All right. So now you try it. A pizza has 8 slices. If 4 friends share the pizza equally, how many slices will each friend get? Pause the video, come back, check your work. All right, a pizza has 8 slices if 4 friends share the pizza, which means you're dividing again here. I have one whole pizza, and you're dividing it amongst 4 people. So you're going to do 8 divided by 4, okay, which means 2. So if you have one whole pizza, 8 slices total, 4 friends total, each friend will get 2 slices of pizza. Okay, so 2 to you, 2 to you, 2 to you, 2 to you, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. Seems to make sense to me. Seems to make sense to me. You try this one again. Sarah has 36 cookies. She gives 12 cookies to her neighbor. How many cookies does Sarah have left? Pause the screen. Come back when you're ready. All right, Sarah has 36 cookies. She gives 12 cookies to her neighbor. So is this division? No. She's not going to give all of these friends 12 cookies. This is not division. She gives one friend 12 cookies. So she has 36 and she loses 12 of them. That's subtraction. Okay, if you need to go off to the side and be like, I don't know what 36 minus 12 is, so let's go off to the side. Let's write it out the old-fashioned way. 6 minus 2 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. We get 24. 36 minus 12 is 24. 24 what? Cookies. Grandma's cookies. SpongeBob. Remember him? He's fun. That's a good episode, too. You try another one. Tom is baking donuts. He makes 6 trays with 4 donuts on each tray. How many donuts did Tom make in total? Pause the video. Come back when you're ready. All right. Tom is baking donuts. He makes 6 trays with 4 donuts on each tray. So we had 6 trays, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 donuts on each tray. This is just multiplication. This is just going to be like, I'm going to have 6 of these 4 groups. So 6 groups of 4 means 6 times 4. 6 times 4 is 24. How many donuts did Tom make in total? 24 donuts. So I don't need to draw all this out and make all of these pictures. If I did, I would have 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 4, and then I would count them all up and get 24 donuts anyway, so I would do it just fine. That's how you do that problem right there, okay? You have 6 trays, 4 donuts, you're not adding them, you're multiplying them because you're dealing with groups. And you're making that number bigger. Okay, so we did a lot of word problems. We did 7 in total today. Okay, and those were regular 4th grade word problems. Now the next video is going to involve a whole lot more craziness, but hopefully this did the job for you. As usual, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy these videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell all your friends and family all about me. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.